Welcome everybody to episode 3 of the Let's Ride series, taking you through some of the events of Forza Horizon, and kicking things off here with our first star showdown in the game versus Ramona Cravache. And these are basically one-on-one events up against the wristband rivals, so to speak, that we fight through the colors as we go through the wristband color ranking system. And I believe that Ramona is the green rival. I don't remember which color, yellow or green. And basically, if we're able to beat out the rival in the one-on-one showdown, we're able to keep their car as well as get, of course, a nice credit payout. So hoping to beat her here, and as you can see, starting it off here at the twilight hour. And of course, the one big thing about Forza Horizon is we don't really have the benefit of quote-unquote learning a circuit. Everything is take it as it comes. So now trying to make a move here on the inside, and a perfect example of what I was just talking about. Missed the fact that the road bends there coming up over the summit and hit the railing. And Ramona's safe for now as we navigate through the traffic trying to catch back up with her. And certainly no reason to panic, only 25% in. This is a point-to-point race, so just trying to reach the other end before she does. And settling in with pretty good pace now. This is medium AI with no assist, so that's what you're looking at. Trying to make a move here and drop it down into third gear for just a moment and start to get that wrong. Now both of us competing now to try and stay on the road, skim the wall there, and have to avoid the oncoming traffic. Now trying to get my bearings, cutting off onto the shoulder. Now where is she? There she is in front of us. And despite all the melee, not able to get ahead of her. She's able to take advantage of us cutting across the dirt as she is right here. And that's the one big difference about Forza Horizon. As I mentioned, the AI will take any shortcut it can. And you should not feel limited to what you see on the road. And even though we get these purple beacons or blue beacons going across the road there, as you can see, as you pass one, it disappears. And whoa, a lot of traffic problems right through there, but able to get through. Did make slight contact with the oncoming car, but not really slowing down. But just to wrap up my thought, you can see them in the distance here. I guess that's supposed to sort of tell you where you're going to be heading, but if you watch the minimap, they're not really that necessary. But I wasn't sure when I first started playing this game if I was supposed to, you know, quote-unquote pick something up. Am I supposed to drive over that? But really, I can't find any other use for them. And now slowing down significantly, coming through the suburban area and making an inside move along the fence. And we can actually see the finish line in our sights. So taking advantage of Ramona there, and you can see that she's still hot on her tail and getting a little disoriented going through the signs and over the dirt. And let's see if Ramona's got the pace to get around. No, she does not. Very far back, and you can see this is a long straightaway. Just have to avoid the back of cars, and we should have no problem finishing this thing out. And across the line, let's see how much money we get for this. We know that we get her a truck, and the credit payout, actually not that impressive, just under 11.5 for that. And let's see what kind of truck this is. It's a Ford, we know that. So it's an F-150 SVT Raptor, a B494 class vehicle. So now skipping ahead here, picking up the Sprinter Torino GT Apex, a favorite of mine from Forza 4. And I've actually included a link to my drive in this car on Forza 4 if you have any interest in watching that. It was a lot of fun. Someone wanted to see me taking it down Fujimi in a one-on-one mountain chase event, so that was a lot of fun. So here we are at the start of the race, and you can see already competing with Houston for 6th position. Only 8 cars on the grid. Got a nice little jump there coming down. And looks like we have a little kink coming up, and yes we do, and Houston makes contact with the wall there. That's a very fast little set of corners. And Houston now losing control, hits the wall, able to swing around him easily. And if you've never taken one of these Torenos out on the course, you got to do so. They're a lot of fun in the corners. Make for very, very quick and snapping, drifting motions. As you can see here on this corner, drop it down into first gear and able to swing around pretty quickly. And able to get back on the gas now, looking at the back of Allie Howard, who I should have mentioned earlier, has replaced Ramona as our wristband rival, or star rival for this wristband ranking series. I believe it's the blue events. And so got to beat him, or ideally would like to beat him for all of these events for a credit bonus, and then we'll be looking forward to our one-on-one event just like we had with Ramona earlier on. But got to beat him first. And you can see this is actually lap 2 of 4. And these are the types of events where we have an opportunity to learn the circuit just a little bit. You can see taking advantage of very slow AI, now coming through the barn or industrial building here, pushing for P3. And a lot of bouncing around, trying to keep my bearings, coming up to a very hard right, and swinging around and now making contact with a P2 car. and decide to relinquish. Not going to push too hard. I don't like dirty overtakes, even though this game is a lot more forgiving. But still want to take it with a little more dignity than that, such as there, being able to go on the inside, now chasing down Bill Malone for the leading spot, and taking advantage of a window on the inside there, coming down the jump, and here at the start of lap 3, able to get up into a first position, but now, of course, I have to maintain that lead. And you can see without the benefit of AI sort of leading me around the track, not exactly sure on my lines here, let alone the speed that I should be going to go through them. So sort of watching the minimap and trying to enjoy the clean air in front of me while also paying attention to where the heck I'm going. Because the first 2 laps basically used to following someone. And you can see having all kinds of problems here and going wide. And that is the challenge of being the leader, especially when you don't know the tracks. And here comes Bill Malone, breathing down our gearbox. It's going to be nose to tail coming around here. And coming up to the end of the 3rd lap, I'm going to have 1 lap to get this done. And you can see right now the pace of the AI is pretty slow. And it seems like it just depends on the circuit. Sometimes the AI is extremely good on medium, and sometimes it seems like it's pretty easy. And right now taking advantage, even though I'm getting my gear shifting all wrong. And that's going to give the AI an opportunity to make a push here. But if the pace right now is any indication, not really worried about it. I already have almost a 1.5 seconds on the P2 car, and really just a matter of riding this out. So kind of enjoying the car without the pressures. Want to make sure I get this one right for the last go around, a lot better than the last time. And you can see giving a little extra drift there, just to kind of test the edges of it a bit as we come around the last 2 corners. And this car's still a lot of fun. I know that a lot of people think that it's weird and it gets made fun of and it's kind of a cult classic, but I really do enjoy it. So there we are, getting across from first place. And let's see what kind of credit bonus we get here at the start of, I believe, the green color. Wow, 20,000 with the difficulty and assist bonus, so that's a really nice payout. And yes, we are trying to get to blue, kind of losing track of the colors here. You can see 340 required to get to the next one. So now checking out something called PR stunts, which can be done at any of the given outposts that you find in your travels. And each outpost has 3 events. One's a speed challenge, one is a photo booth challenge, and the other one is a skill challenge. I'm taking the photo challenge at the moment, which is pretty simple. Just a matter of taking out the car that's designated for the event, in this case a Ferrari GTO, and taking it over to the festival. And my objective is to not damage the car in any way, shape, or form, and take a photo of it next to the festival. So going to go ahead and do that now. And the benefit of this is to unlock a discount in order to fast travel to this outpost, which seems like kind of a petty thing if you like driving around a lot. But it is a large map, and if you're interested in going corner to corner without spending the time, it is nice to have that discount. So each one of these 3 events is basically worth a 25% discount for that particular outpost. And of course, if you don't want to use them, you can still jump over to the center of the map, Race Central, or the Horizon event area, which is a free credit transport for fast travel, so there's always that to fall back on. But still, something to do, more content. Can't complain about a lot of content. And that's going to be all she wrote for episode 3 here. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you haven't, be sure to check out Let's Ride number 1 and 2. You can find links to either one of them in the description of this video. I've got links to the playlists, and also have well over 250 other videos. I have had a number of specific car requests for this game, but the requests were for events, and unfortunately haven't gotten to the point, at least in the video series, where you can see those cars. So I will be sure to follow up with you if you have put in a request, and I will alert you to its addition. So thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll hope to see you soon.